As the NBA playoffs are grabbing the attention of sports fans across the country, there is an increased focus on basketball.
Jaylen Brown kicks it out. Smart fakes. Inside. Tatum spins and he puts it in. Celtics go up by 1.
While the NBA playoff teams are battling to be the team on top, college athletes are already preparing for next year's season, with the March Madness tournament ending in early April. For Juana Camilion, a member of Iona College's Division I women's basketball team, she is entering her final season at Iona. The 5'10" guard from Palma de Mallorca, Spain, reflects about her basketball journey. So how did you first get into basketball?
So I started playing when I was 9 years old. I was in school, and the coach of the women's basketball team, she came and she asked me if I wanted to go for a tryout that same afternoon. So I didn't know anything about basketball. I went with my mom and my sister. The girls started working out. I was super shy. I didn't want to go. And my mom was like, okay, if you don't step, we're leaving. I knew I didn't want to leave. I wanted to go. I was just super shy. So then my sister just stood up. She didn't know anything about basketball, any sport. She stood up, started doing layups, and tried to do as best as she could. And until I saw her, I got up and I just started working out, and since then I just haven't left a basketball court.
And from that first time she had seen her sister play, Juana developed a love for basketball and progressed very quickly while in Spain.
Since I started playing when I was 8-9, I played in this club for 5 years. Everybody was telling me that I was pretty good, so after that I switched and I went to another club for 4 years where I improved my basketball thanks to one of my coaches.
After many years playing for the Pick and Claret basketball team and being a part of 4 straight conference championships in the area around Mallorca, Juana was contacted by the under-18 Spanish national team to play in the European Championship.
That came to me as a kind of like a shock. I did not expect it. That was on my last year of being at this club before going to semi-professional. And we were on the Spanish championship, and my coach, after the first game, she comes and she's like, there was somebody from the national team just looking at your game and taking notes. And I was like, who? What? Like, I don't know. We finished the tournament. We didn't win because we were not that good, but I had a pretty good tournament. And weeks later, I get a phone call of my athletic director from my club, and he's like, the national team is trying to get in contact with you, blah, blah, blah. They give me my number. I started talking, and I went for the tryouts for the national team in July 2017. And then on August, it was the championship, and they gave me. So I went. It was an amazing experience. And then after being 1 year there, I realized I wanted to come to the U.S.
So you had lived in Spain all your life. Why did you decide to come to Iona, a small college in New York?
So I love Spain. Don't get me wrong, I love Spain. But the year that I was playing semi-professional in this city, I had a teammate that she was coming later, like in December, to the U.S. And I've been thinking about going to America for like 2 years before, but it wasn't something clear because it was like very expensive, and I did not have that kind of money. And my teammate, she was like, they're gonna give me like full ride, all this, like gear, shoes, everything. She showed me her campus. And I was like, you know what? That actually sounds really good. And I just started talking. My assistant coach on that team had like connections. So he helped me during all the process, started like sending emails to schools. And I started getting emails and like phone calls and everything. One of them was Iona. And Coach Gazzi and Coach Kelly, both of them, they started like talking to me. We kept in touch for like every week. Every week they would send me a message like, oh, how are you? Because I was doing finals, so I was going for the championship too. And they were like, oh, like, how are you doing? How can we watch your game and everything? And I don't know, it gave me a feeling of a family, like being close to them, which I think is very important. And yeah, I mean, we're in New York too, the city of everybody's dream. So yeah, now I can say I lived in New York for 4 or 5 years.
Was it a hard adjustment coming from Spain to Iona?
Yes, at least like the first 2 weeks for my English. I knew a little bit, but I was not fluent. So that was a little bit like the first 2 weeks of school were kind of like, what are they saying? I don't understand this. But after that, it was fine. Was also hard getting used to the food. It's way different. And then the basketball part, it was everything new because the cultures are like completely different, the way we play.
Different in what way?
In Spain, it's like it goes faster. We only have 24 seconds possession instead of 30, which you might think is not a lot, but it is. 6 seconds, it's a lot. And like the rules are just completely different. Foul calls, charges, like we don't have charges in Spain. I had to learn how to take charges here. So it was just, I came with an open mind of whatever they tell me, they know what they're doing, so I'm just gonna do it. And probably a month it took me, and then I was just fine, I guess.
As a freshman at Iona, Juana Camilion was selected for the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference's all-rookie team, averaging 9.8 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game. During her next few years, Juana continued to improve offensively, but also made great improvements defensively. In her junior season at Iona, Juana was ranked 4th in the entire women's NCAA in steals, averaging 3.5 steals per game. Last year, Juana received the MAC Defensive Player of the Year award, becoming a master at drawing offensive fouls. In her 2 games in the MAC tournament, Juana gave her best effort for her team, averaging 19.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in those games. She is amazing on both sides of the basketball, but she feels her greatest basketball strength is
Defense. Definitely defense. I love playing defense. It's in Spain, like they don't actually teach you like here, like how to do angle, how to shift, how to move. It just comes like natural. We take a lot of importance, like we all say in Spain, like if you don't defend, you're not gonna win. So my whole life has been defense, so I love it.
What are you doing in this off season to prepare for next year?
So we are working out like every week, every day, and I'm working on my speed, taking my shots quicker or making better reads, pull-ups, fixing my shot, like just a little bit of everything to complete.
You're coming off your arguably best season at Iona with the MAC Defensive Player of the Year award, and now you're heading into your final year in college. What can we expect from you and from the rest of the team in the next year?
From the team, we can expect that we're gonna work a lot during this whole postseason. We've been working the whole summer since July that we're gonna be here. It's gonna be all about working hard and everything. But because many of the seniors are also their last season, and we want to win, and we really want to work for that. And it's, as I said, it's all about work, and you're gonna expect to see good games this season from us. And for me, I'm gonna keep getting better. I got Defensive Player of the Year this year. I want to get it for second time in a row next year, and I want to get also Player of the Year. I'm working on that. I think Coach told me that in the MAC, no one got Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive on the same year, so why not? Why not?
Who would you say is your biggest inspiration?
As I said, I don't have a specific person that I look up to like that. I look at people my age or even like older professional players or something, what they've been through, their work ethic, all they did to get there, and kind of inspires me to do the same thing, like as I know if I do what they did, I'm gonna make it too. So it's just a little bit of everyone that just has gotten what they deserve for their work. So just, yeah.
What are your plans after you leave Iona?
So after I leave Iona, I'm gonna have my master's in public relations, but mostly for now I'm gonna focus on playing professional. I want to play professional for as long as I can, and starting in Spain, the level of basketball in Spain that I want, it's really good, really, really good. We even have like WNBA players that come to Spain to play during summer or during the season. So my plans are that for as long as I can, and starting in Spain, then if I can live in Italy, I don't mind, all around Europe, I will love it. But yeah, for as long as I can, and then after that, whenever I have to, I'm done. if I made name for myself and something, I might, I want to create maybe like my nonprofit organization or create a summer camp or campus or something with my name, and we'll see. I don't know. One day at a time.
Reporting from Iona College, I'm Ryan Murphy.